Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, when the green flag drops today at Sonoma, A.J. Allmendinger will make history. He'll become the 48th driver in the 78-year history of NASCAR Cup Series to start 500 Cup races. Pretty big milestone. Again, only 47 drivers have done this up until today, and A.J. will make his 500th start. Thought that was a pretty big occasion for him. So I figured I'd look through and see the Hall of Famers who are part of that exclusive 48 driver club. So who's next though? Let's start there. The next 10 guys that'll make their 500th career Cup start. Well, Casey Mears is at 496. He actually has 4 races scheduled for the rest of the year with Beard Motorsports. So at Homestead, he should make his 500th start. Next up on that list is going to be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's at 489. With him running full-time, he will actually get to his 500th start at Gateway, the second race of the chase at Worldwide Technology Raceway. He'll be making his 500th career start. He'll become the 49th guy to do it. Then next year, we have one driver that's going to be able to do it. It's going to be Austin Dillon, as long as he doesn't retire. He's at 461 now. So race 20 of the 2027 season, Austin Dillon will make that awesome 500 start. Kyle Larson, he's at 419. So if he continues racing at race 28 of 2028, he'll make his 500 start. And then J.J. Yaley's at 398. Ryan Blaney, 395. Chris Buescher, 382. Chase Elliott, 375. Alex Bowman, 374, which we know there's talk of him retiring because of all the injuries. And then Erik Jones at 342. Those are next on the list. I think we're going to get to the point someday where we won't have drivers making 500 career Cup starts. Because you figure there's 38 races a year. So in 10 years, if you start every race, or 36 races, in 10 years, that is 320 races. Or 360 races in 10 years. So if you race, you have to race to get 15, 20 years to get there. I don't know. Well, let's see what that number actually is. Drivers getting into the sport today. My brain doesn't always let me do math, so I got to use a calculator. It would take 14 seasons to get to your 500 start. Drivers aren't always doing it these days, so we don't know. We'll see. But we have the exclusive drivers who have made 47 who have made 500 starts. So AJ Allmendinger right now is 48, 499. Once that green flag drops today. Greg Biffle is at 515. Morgan Shepherd, 517. Benny Parsons, 526. Casey Kane, 529. Elmo Langley. There's a lot of folks who may not know who he is. He used to actually be a pace car driver. But prior to that, he was a driver just like anybody else. He made 535 Cup starts. This is just the Cup Series. It's not an O'Reilly Series, Busch Series, Truck, any of that. This is just the Cup Series that started in 1949 through today. Clint Boyer, 541. Michael McDowell, 554. Cale Yarborough and Buddy Arrington, each with 560. Ironically, because Buddy Arrington was the one that drove the 67 back in the day before Corey Heim, and Corey Heim was the first driver to win in it. David Pearson, 574. Jeff Bodine, 575. And Jamie McMurray, 584. So only 35 drivers have ever started 600 or more races. James Hilton, 602. Brad Keselowski, 610. Tony Stewart, 618. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 631. Joey Logano, 632. Buck Baker, 635. J.D. McDuffie, 653. Dale Jarrett, 668. Joe Nemechek, yes, John Hunter's dad, 674. The great Dale Earnhardt, 676. Martin Truex Jr., 694. Jeff Burton, recent Hall of Famer, 695. And Matt Kenseth, 697 career Cup starts. Only 22 drivers have made 700 or more starts. Buddy Baker at 700. Jimmy Johnson at 702. Rusty Wallace at 706. Bobby Allison at 718. Bobby Labonte, 729. Ryan Newman at 733. The great Denny Hamlin, currently at 738 starts. I know he says the current contract will be his final contract, which ends at the end of 2027. And he said he's going to retire then. Now, if he does that. Exactly what he's saying he's going to do. Races the rest of this year and next year and does not miss a race. He'll end at 793, which will be 11th all time. But he'll be 7 starts away from that 800 club. Did anybody think he makes 7 starts at some point to get to 800 career starts? I think he does, actually. I think he'll make 7 starts for his own team at the end of his career to get to that exclusive 800 club. Sterling Marlin, 748. Kyle Busch, 762. Ken Schrader, 763. Kurt Busch, 776. And Michael Waltrip, 784. 10 drivers have made 800 or more starts. Jeff Gordon at 805. Darrell Waltrip at 829. Kevin Harvick at 826. Bill Elliott at 828. Kyle Petty, 829. Mark Martin, 882. Dave Marcus, 883. Terry Labonte at 890 career starts. Only 2 drivers have ever started 900 or more Cup starts. Ricky Rudd at 906. And only 1 driver has ever made over 1,000 Cup Series starts. That is the King, Richard Petty. 1,184. So that is the exclusive 500 start club for the NASCAR Cup Series, in which A.J. Allmendinger will make his 500 start this year. The fact that A.J. Allmendinger came to NASCAR from IndyCar, from kart, had some issues there when he was at Penske early on. I'm not going to get into what those were. Don't know. I know he failed a test. I don't know if he, I've looked some things up, but I don't know the 100% details, and I'm an A.J. Allmendinger fan, so I don't want to throw shit out there that's not true. Anyway, he ended up leaving the sport, or getting basically almost out of the sport for a while. Came back, got with Kaulig Racing. Now he's a lifer of Kaulig Racing. So when Kaulig goes to Cup next, or goes to Dodge next year with a Cup, probably, I think AJ's going to be kind of the poster child for that. I mean, AJ drove everybody from Roger Penske to Richard Petty. He drove the famous 43 car for a while. So AJ's got a lot of history in the sport, and I love what he's doing now. I love the fact that he loves Kaulig Racing. Kaulig Racing loves him. And he's getting that 500 start today, so he does need his flyers for that. And how cool would it be for him to win today for Kaulig Racing and his 500 career start? And then seeing his little boy Arrow. I don't get a lot into the kids winning, especially when they look at the kids are racing. It's cool to kind of see like with Brexton and like with Keelan and them. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be cool if they do come to NASCAR someday, but it's like you don't need to put that pressure on those kids right now. And seeing the little videos that Tara's put out of Arrow and watching Arrow, it's like that's kind of cool to see if he ever does come into NASCAR and stuff. So, but all right, celebrate A.J. Allmendinger today. 500 career start. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports talk content.